Hello and welcome to Vessel Pilates. We're going to be doing just a quick little mat Pilates work with the Magic Circle, and we're going to be a little bit focused on the core during this one. So this is a good routine that you could add in with another video or at the end of a workout, or just have this video on hand whenever you're traveling or you just want to get a quick little core focused work in. So we're going to start by laying on our back, and we're going to put the Magic Circle in between the ankles. So it's going to be above that ankle bone. Legs come up in a tabletop position. Hands are going to either come behind the head or on the side of your hips. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale. I want you to think you're going to lift up from the chest, and then we're going to hold this here. We're going to take another inhale in, just getting nice and situated. Inhale into the back of the body, and exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to lengthen the legs out, and exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Now, if at any time you see doming in your abdominal wall, lay the head back down, and you can do this just with the leg choreography. Really focusing on keeping that pressure coming out as you inhale, or as you lengthen the legs out. Inhale in, exhale, pull in. Inhale, exhale, pull in. Let's do two more. And last one. Okay, so then we're going to take that Magic Circle. We're going to thread our feet through it, still around the ankle, so above the ankle bone. And so again, hands can come behind the head, or they can lengthen out by your hips. Legs are going to start into that tabletop position. We're going to do the same movement, so we're going to inhale in, exhale, lift, and then you're going to inhale, reach out, exhale, pull it in. Notice how this changes the feel of the movement. Just by now, we're activating the outer hips and thighs. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 5 more. And 3, 2 more. Last one. And then go ahead and lower all the way down. Okay, so we're going to now put our right foot on the little padded part. Our hands hold the other padded part, and then we're going to lengthen this leg out. I want you to go ahead and try to hover it over the floor. If you need to connect it, that's totally fine. But if you can kind of hover, keeping this nice and engaged, that's kind of the goal that we're wanting to go towards. So on this one, we're just going to really help facilitate that upper body curl. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale in. As you exhale, I want you to think you're pushing this right foot into that circle to lift you up. And then lower down. Now let's utilize that core. So think about inhaling in, exhale, curling up from the core as you're lengthening out. So notice that there's a slight difference because we want everything to come from here. So take a nice deep inhale in, exhale, use this instead of pushing in, but it's that same kind of movement to lift. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Again, in the core. So I'm no longer pushing my foot into it, but I'm still able to get that same movement and same height. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And then go ahead and lower down. We're just going to stretch the back of the leg slightly. So just take a nice deep inhale in here. Exhale, relax. And then go ahead and switch the legs. So now that left foot is going to come into little pad part, right leg extends. Again, if you can hover that leg slightly off the floor, feel free to do so. The first one we're going to do is we're going to push our foot into the circle, so that way it facilitates that lift in that upper body curl. So this is the movement that we want to do. Now we want to bring it into the core. So take a nice deep inhale in, exhale, using the core to now lift up. And then inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. So I'm no longer pushing my foot in on these. We're really just trying to focus on that core curling up to bring us into that upper body curl. Exhale, lift. Inhale as we lower down. This right leg is staying nice and lengthened. And let's do 3 more. And 2. Last one. And then go ahead and lower down. We're gonna stretch this left leg. You can now connect your right foot to the floor. And then again, just try to relax as we stretch that hamstring and glute out. This is also really helping stretching the hip flexor on the opposite hip. So again, take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, let everything relax. And then go ahead and release. Okay, so then we're gonna come up and we're going to come into this 4-point kneeling position. So on this one, we're gonna do a little bit of a plank, but we're going to utilize this handle to go kind of right in between where that sternum is. So get kind of situated to where your hands are gonna be underneath your hips. Now you can stay on your knees if you like. We're gonna do a little bit of a plank and a push-up here. So if you're on your knees, you're gonna inhale as you lower, exhale as you push up. Or if you're on your toes, you're gonna inhale as you lower, exhale as you push up. So pick whichever one you prefer. I want you to think you're still one nice long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone, all the way through the heels. We're gonna inhale as we lower, exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Let's do 6 more. And 5. Keeping the front of the core nice and engaged. 3 more. And 2. Last one. And then go ahead and bring the knees all the way in. Okay, so the last one that I want to do is going to be incorporating a little bit of our obliques. So we're going to come onto a sideline position. You're going to lay all the way out to the side. The magic circle is going to be in front of your chest with this top hand over that handle. So legs are nice and long. We're going to take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale. Push into the magic circle as you lift your legs up. So an option would be just pushing into this magic circle and then lengthening up. Exhale, push in. Inhale as you release, or add in those legs for an added challenge. Exhale, push up as you push into that handle. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you press and lift. Inhale as you lower down. Let's do 5 more. And 4. Inhale down, exhale, 3, 2, last one, and then slowly lower down. We're gonna switch to the other side. So again, you're one nice long line from the crown of the head to the feet. And then I want you to notice I'm not dumping into my low side. I can't even do it on this side. I'm not dumping into that low side. I'm keeping my hips stacked over each other. So again, this top hand is in that handle. We're gonna take a nice deep inhale in. You can either exhale, push in and release, or add in that low body challenge. So inhale in, exhale. Inhale as you lower, exhale. And just again, notice if one side feels different than the other. This side is always my trickier side. exhale. Inhale as you lower, exhale. And let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. And then go ahead and lower down. We're gonna just come all the way up. And then I want you to go ahead and sit into child's pose position. Keep your knees nice and wide. We're gonna use this magic circle to kind of push into it. So again, bring your hands onto the top little handle. And then I want you to think you're gonna inhale as you lower down. And exhale, just relax into the stretch. Take another deep inhale into the back of the body. And exhale. Let's do one more. Take a nice deep inhale in. And exhale. And then you can slowly come all the way out of that. So I want to thank you again for joining this quick little mat routine that focused on the core with our magic circle. Again, if you have any questions or comments, just please let us know. And I just want to thank you so much for being with me today, and we will see you next time. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye.